Hi everyone, I'm Chef Raveena and today I'm going to teach you how to make a super easy vegan laksa curry. So the first thing that you need for your laksa curry is the paste, and we're going to make our own from scratch. So what you need for your paste today is about 2 tablespoons of soaked cashews. So these have soaked for about 2 hours. This goes into my blender. The next thing I'm going to add is some minced garlic. So it's garlic that's been finely chopped. You want to make sure you do that because it becomes easier in the blending. Some cumin powder, some coriander powder, some turmeric powder, some minced ginger. So this is ginger that's just been grated. Some paprika powder. You can entirely use chili powder in this recipe. I'm doing a mix of paprika and chili, but if you don't have access to paprika powder, just do chili powder. Some chili powder, some lemon juice, and a handful of coriander with stems. So you want to make sure the stem is there, don't discard it. It's where all the flavor and the nutrition is. And the last thing that I'm going to add is some vegetable stock to help me in the blending. You've already seen how to make this in my previous video. If you haven't watched that already, do give it a look. And now I'm going to go ahead and blend. So my beautiful paste is ready. You can see how nice and thick it is, and that's the kind of consistency you want with your paste. You want it to be a thick paste. If you don't want to add cashew to your laksa paste, you can always go ahead and add some chickpeas, but they have to be cooked. There has to be a thickness that comes to the base, so that can either be done either through chickpeas or through cashew. Yes? So my paste is looking lovely, it's smooth, it's creamy, and I'm now going to use this for my main curry. The next thing that I'm going to do once my paste is ready is prep my lemongrass stalk. So this is 1 lemongrass stalk. As you can see, the stem at the bottom is the hardest part, but this is the most flavorful. So a lot of the times we only use the top leaves and we leave the stem out because we think it's of no use. But actually this is where all the flavor is. So what you need is a knife and a lot of willpower to break this open. So you want to pierce your lemongrass using the back of a knife because this is where all the flavor is. Once you start doing this, you'll be able to smell the fresh lemongrass, and trust me, it's a scent that you don't want to miss. I'm now going to go ahead and get my pan ready to cook my laksa. So the first thing that I'm going to add is 1 teaspoon of sesame oil. So this is cold pressed organic sesame oil. The next thing that I'm going to add are some sliced carrots. So this is about 1 carrot that's sliced. Now the reason that I add the carrots first is because this is what takes the longest to cook. So the way I like to cook my laksa is that I add the carrots in and then I add 2 tablespoons of the paste that we made earlier. The next thing that I'm going to add is some zucchini. So I'm cooking out the paste as I add my vegetables in. This ensures that it's not too strong a flavor and there's no strong ginger hitting your throat. Followed by some red pepper. Again, I've just diced all these vegetables so it's easy to consume. Some mushrooms. These come at the end because they're quickest to cook and they'll also release a lot of water and shrink in size. At this stage, I'm just going to go ahead and add some salt, a little bit of paprika or chili powder, and mix this through. At this stage, I'm going to add some vegetable stock. This will allow my vegetables to cook well. And lastly, some coconut milk. I'm now going to wait for this to come to a boil and then leave it to simmer for about 10 minutes. And as I bring it to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and add my opened up lemongrass stock. So you want to make sure it's immersed well in the laksa so it really picks up the flavor. So as my laksa curry is simmering, I'm going to go ahead and prepare my noodles. So I went ahead and pre-cooked some rice noodles. You can do this in the time that your curry is simmering. I'm now going to add this to my bowl. So I have a ring over here so that I can place the noodles in the center. You don't have to be as fancy as me. I just like the way that it presents itself once I contain it. But eventually I am going to put the curry right on top and all over. So it's completely up to you. So my laksa curry is ready. I'm now going to go ahead and pour it on top of my rice noodles and garnish with some spring onions and peanuts. My beautiful laksa curry is ready to eat. It's already lunchtime here, so I'm so excited that I can have this now. I hope you try this recipe. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching the content on my YouTube channel. I have so much more in store for you. Stay tuned, stay updated, and subscribe.